What's up, guys? It's the Thrift Trader. If you're new, I am a part-time reseller, and these are my sales for April. These are all the sales for the month. As I said, I'm a part-time reseller, and there's not a lot of sales going on for April in the first place, simply because I did not list all April. Just an update, if you didn't watch my last video, I moved basically in the middle of April and into May, and yeah, it was just a big hectic time, so I couldn't really list anything. Still trying to get my store back up to where it was. I'm still waiting on a phone. In the meantime, I'm using like this, really old cracked iPhone. So I'm doing the best I can here until that new phone comes. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Oh, if I took a best offer, I will let you know what I took. If, I should remember them all. Anyway, this is just a Star Wars shirt. It has Darth Vader all over it. When I saw it, I thought it was Stormtroopers, and then I showed it to my husband, and he's a little more nerdy about Star Wars than I am, and he said it was Darth Vader. So yeah, that was a great keyword. I got this. Normally, I probably wouldn't pick this up because Star Wars stuff is just so common. Most resellers know that, but this was a 3XL, so therefore I thought it would do pretty well. And all right, so a little story. Sometimes I go into little stories about everything that I sold. So just a heads up warning, I do tend to go a little long on each and everything I sold. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry. It's just kind of what I do. So I was at karaoke one time and I saw a guy wearing this exact shirt, and I was like, huh, hey, hey Blake, that's my husband. That guy is wearing the shirt I sold a couple of months ago. And he was like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, so then I go to my parents' house like a couple of weeks ago, and my dad was wearing the exact same shirt. So this shirt just must be very popular. Again, I'm not sure I would pick it up if it wasn't a big size. Again, I sold it for 25, took a best offer. I got it at Goodwill for $4, and yes, I know this picture could have been a little bit better. I could have straightened out that collar a little bit more, but yeah, and these pictures aren't all that great. I don't have a mannequin. I don't really have space for it. I especially didn't have space in my last place. This place, like, maybe we'll see where that goes, but for now, and I just don't sell enough clothes to really warrant it. So anyway, moving on. This is just a Sailor Jerry Spiced Rum tin sign, and for some reason, I guess when I bought this, I thought it looked pretty cool. And not that it doesn't. It's a pretty cool sign, but I don't know, for some reason I just decided to keep it. And so I bought this like maybe around 4 years ago, and I know it was around 4 years ago because that's when my car crapped out. Immediately after I bought this sign and some other ones, um, my car's transmission, I had a Honda Civic, transmission um, just wasn't running right. It was like moving, but it was not going into gear. And I was like, oh, transmission shit the bed right after a garage sale. So I had to quit going to garage sales for a little while until I got that fixed. And then a couple years later, I had to get rid of the car altogether. But anyway, so I took an offer of 60 bucks. I don't remember what I paid. I'm gonna say $3 to $5, no more than 5. But yeah, it just very like tattoo looking. tattoo art. If you see these 10 signs for liquor, cigarettes, whatever, definitely pick them up. People love them. And I probably could have waited a little bit longer for that, for a little bit more money than 60, but I just wanted it out of my house. I was moving. I was just trying to get rid of things, and I just saw this. I saw this up on our wall, and I was like, why do we even still have that? It's not like some beloved sign or anything. Anyway, oh, I meant to move this down. Anyway, this is just a Toy Story Alien. Not much to say about this. I bought it with a bunch of other plush. They're about to put out another Toy Story, so anything Toy Story that you find, if it's cheap enough, I mean, don't just buy everything, but if it's cheap enough, I would get it. And plush is really easy to just like throw in a bag and send off, and it's very light, so it's cool. All right, and oh, I think I bought this for probably quarter to 50 cents. Next item is a Duluth lure locker. Oh, okay, I did put that in the title. Sold it for 14 with free shipping, and I got this from Marlboro. I go on their site all the time, and I enter their contests and sweepstakes. I don't know if anybody else does that, but it's just like a fun pastime to do while I'm at work. And I won this. I really would rather something else because I don't fish. I didn't even know what a lure locker was. I had to look at the pictures here to figure that out. But I guess it's a pretty good little thing. So your lure's not going everywhere trying to hook people. So it's a nice little invention there. Anyway, next item. So that was a free item. Okay, so this I got at a garage sale, kind of a high-end garage sale. She had a lot of like, I guess, I don't know if it was Iadra, but it was those ballet porcelain figures, bunch of those. She had some high-end shoes. I saw this on the table, and it had this hotel on the back of it, and I just thought it was fancy looking. And the lady said that apparently back in the day, Jackie O would stay at this hotel. I mean, not that that means anything. It's not like this ashtray is from Jackie O, but so when I got home, I looked it up and found out it was this company that made it called Pillavet. I didn't even realize this was made in France, but yeah, Pillavet, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I do know how to pronounce things in French, but Pillavet kind of escapes me. So if you know how to say it correctly, let me know. For now, I would say Pilivit. I don't know. I'm gonna stop massacring that word. Anyway, $1 into 15 plus the shipping, and the person really, really liked it. I think she's just using it as like a trinket dish. Next item is M&M's puzzle. I was hoping, of course, to sell this around Christmas time. Didn't sell, so I may have been able to get a little bit more, but I had it for several months. I think I got this in the fall. I know I got it at a Goodwill for $2, and it was sealed, and it finally just sold in April. Just a lot of Christmas things did sell in April for me. Not sure. I don't know. So next item. Oh, and I sold it for 15 plus the shipping. Next item is this Buy You Wear shirt from Art for Now. And what this is, when people go to Jazz Fest, you'll see, like if you look up pictures of Jazz Fest, you'll see a lot of people wearing these shirts or different patterns from the same company. It's kind of like the uniform of Jazz Fest. And to get them new, they're around, I think, between $40 and $50, depending on which one you're buying. And they come out with a new one every single year. I've had these in other videos. I bought 3 at a time. This was just the last one to sell. And this was my large that sold. And it didn't even go to someone in Louisiana. I can't remember where it went, but it went up north somewhere. I don't know if they were coming down for the festival or what, but sold for $35, and I got it for $3 plus the tax. Next item, this is starting to get into when I actually moved. So the person that, well, okay, this sold, and then I had to find this. I had to hope to God that I found this somewhere. I asked my husband, I was like, hey, did you see this in any of our boxes? And because I moved most of my inventory at one time, but then some got put into boxes with other things, and it was just a mess. It was kind of like we had to move things whenever we could. Sometimes I was at work and people would be moving things, so just wasn't as organized as I would have liked. Anyway, I had to go find this. Thank God I found it. And it was missing some maps and the dice. And but someone still gave me $34 for it. I believe they did. No. They gave me $25 plus shipping on it. They gave me an offer, and I was just happy to take it because I had it for just months and months. This is like one of the last things to sell out of this like huge RPG haul. Anyway, so I bought it for $1, so it still wasn't bad. Next item is just this fabric. It's just like a scrap of fabric. I thought it was vintage just based on the way it looked. And when I looked up this company, I realized that they were kind of new. The Alfred Shaheen has been around for a long time, that company, but then he's now a division of Suburban Homes, and they are kind of a more current company. So I wasn't sure. So at first I put vintage, but then I took that out because I did not know. So someone bought this a while back, but then like canceled a few hours later. So I didn't know if this would ever actually sell. And right during our move, of course, it did sell for $10 plus shipping, and I spent a couple dollars on this. So not the greatest buy, but I'm glad it sold. Yeah, hope they liked it. Okay, let's see. A couple more sales. This again sold at the end of the month. I probably should have put my store on sale. On sale. Now I can't even remember any words. I should have put my store on vacation mode. That's what I mean, because like there was just things selling and I couldn't remember where everything was, and things were in boxes all over the house. So it was just kind of a difficult time. So I don't think I would do that again. I thought I could handle it because I thought all of the inventory was going together, but instead it kind of made it here in sections and with other stuff. And so, but I bought these for $1 at a Goodwill, and they were kind of a cool looking pattern, very retro looking, and sold for $25. You have to be careful with LuLaRoe. You just got to look up like the pattern. Some things that you'll think is a cool pattern won't sell for very much. So if you can get LuLaRoe stuff for very, very cheap, pick it up, but just beware that some things do not sell. All right, and then last thing on eBay, I'm getting something to drink. It's just this ornament. Now, what's special about this, though, is that I picked this up when I was walking my dog just a couple of months ago. It was obviously from some artist. I didn't know who it was, but from the website here, architecturalmemories.com, I figured out it was Kai Drobich, and I'm like, this is just such a special ornament to have it signed and numbered, and just to have it thrown out. It was literally just on the curb, like in the grass, with a bunch of other junk. So I picked it up and took a chance on it. It was super, super easy to list. If it's easy to list and it's something cheap, I don't mind doing it. But within a couple months or so, someone from Las Vegas bought this for $10 plus the shipping, and just those kind of sales, even though it's not a lot of money, just it is like the coolest thing to me that I can pick something up on the ground that was literally someone's trash. They just threw out. I can list it and someone online will buy it. It, I love it. Anyway, the only sale on Etsy that I had that month is this Constellation shirt. It is from the 80s, 1987. I just put a bunch of keywords in the Etsy title. Their titles have a lot more space than eBay's. But you can't put as many pictures. So I kind of wish like they would even out, 12 pictures on Etsy, more title on eBay, but I realized they're two separate companies and two different things. Anyway, this is just a cool shirt. I was really hoping they liked it because they were asking some questions about the fit, and I just said I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it was made for a man, but they were wondering if it would fit a large size man. And I just said, like, I can only assume so. Sometimes vintage clothes can be a little bit smaller, as we all know, so I just wasn't sure. I think I did have measurements in there, but maybe they just still weren't sure. Anyway, here's some other pictures. And yes, this is upside down. It's so you can see it while you have the shirt on. Here is the tag. Made in Mexico. So not made in USA. And it was double stitched on the sleeve. So not everything vintage is single stitch. Vintage can be single or double, but typically everything modern is now double stitched. So that's just a little vintage knowledge for you. Anyway, and that's typically just on the sleeve. Maybe somewhere else too, but I'm not aware. I just look at the sleeves. Alright, and that's it for my sales. I hope you got something out of that. Leave me a comment if you would like. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.